There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The PlayStation 5 is going to happen, and it's coming sooner rather than later. And I think that this is something that we should all expect, and we should probably expect a mid-gen upgrade after that, and then an Xbox next, and a mid-gen upgrade for that. Like, it's just going to be this never-ending thing, just like phones, I suppose. And realistically, this is something that we're going to have to get used to as gamers. And the bottom line is, we're probably not going to have to buy both. We're just going to need to buy one to get through a generation. It's really up to you whether or not you want the latest and greatest, or you're okay with a little bit less than that. And anyway, there's rumors that these next consoles aren't even going to be quote-unquote all that. So, you know, you might not need them anyway. So, what's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you guys for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. I would also appreciate if you guys hit that like, share, and subscribe button, because it helps out the channel tremendously. And you know what? It would mean a lot to me personally. So please do that and hit that bell as well, so you get notified of all the content as soon as it drops, because I do my best to keep you guys entertained. And we're going into the busy E3 season, and it's going to be one hell of a time, and I'm very excited about it. So with that being said, let's jump right into today's topic, which is we're getting reports of Sony working on AMD Ryzen compiler improvements for a PlayStation 5. Yes, I mean, it gets a little bit technical, and I think D-Batch covered some of this, and somebody else might have covered it too. But, you know, I will link the article, of course, so you guys can check it out yourselves, more of you tech guys or whatever. But this is very interesting. Following the launch of the Xbox One X, which is a fairly powerful console, many have speculated that Sony is obviously working on a PlayStation 5. And now they have another hint that's popped up that Sony is indeed working on a PlayStation 5, but it might not be as far along as a lot of people think, by the way. Here we go. The clue comes from LinkedIn profile of Sony compiler expert Simon Pilgrim, who is apparently working on AMD Ryzen. He's working on microarchitecture support within the LLVM compiler stack. And the reason why is he's tuning the AMD Ryzen microarchitecture to support within the LLVM compiler stack for the PlayStation 5. Is that the programmer is actively working on compiling for the PlayStation devices. The programmer submitted a cleanup for some code and has been working on it for 2 weeks. So 2 weeks, that's not really a long time. That doesn't mean that this is as long as it's been in production or whatever, or they're working on it, but that's not really a tremendous amount of time. Interestingly, the programmer is working on upstream improvements which are unique to AMD Zen processors. So that's very critical to this whole idea of this video and the PlayStation 5, because Sony has no product in the market using AMD Ryzen, in which it might indicate that the company is running the compiler stack for a PlayStation 5. So that's very interesting. They don't have any kind of, you know, anything using a Ryzen chip. So we know that PlayStation 5 likely to use it. We know that the next Xbox likely to use it. This would be a huge step up, I'm not going to lie. This is going to be a huge step up in terms of the CPU and what you're able to kind of accomplish out of it. You don't even got to be a big tech guy to know that this is the stuff that people wanted in the Xbox One X originally, and it's one of the things that holds back these consoles tremendously in terms of frame rate or CPU heavy games. So, yeah, interesting stuff. It really would kind of... if that releases before the next Xbox, then obviously they're going to have the most powerful console until the next Xbox. And, you know, the next Xbox would then have to, you know, re-up things on the PlayStation 5. And it just is like this vicious cycle back and forth, back and forth. And, you know, speaking of AMD Ryzen, though, the company has confirmed that it is working on Zen 5 architecture, which is microarchitecture, while they're talking about AMD's successful Ryzen processor family. Which is very interesting because it looks like Sony might be able to get this thing out by 2020 possibly. So very interesting stuff. Like I said, I will link this article so you can check it out. Let me know. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.